Not a crazy video. I just was looking back at last night, going through some of the games and this Bucks Lakers game. I saw part of it and then I clicked off and do some other things. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the role players, the impact Jericho Sims, the impact that Kevin Porter Jr. has had on this team. Obviously, Brook Lopez had a good night turning back the clock, rightfully so. But Kevin Porter, since coming to this team, I mean, even since coming back to America, since playing in Greece, has figured out what his game is. And even more so here in Milwaukee, where he's shooting 45% from three in comparison to the 24.5% he was shooting in Los Angeles. He's shooting 51% from the field, and he was already shooting pretty well at the rim, and he's continuing to do that here. Almost 6'5" combo guard who's averaging 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 1.5 steals a night, almost 10 points a game, being the sixth man that they needed. Like tonight, he had 2 steals, 2 blocks, 3 rebounds, and assists, just doing it 5 of 7 from 3, finding ways to impact the game on a nightly basis, showing what he's capable, definitely playing himself into a new contract. Kyle Kuzma has been wishy-washy with the Bucks. Some nights it looks great, some nights, But obviously it's been a bit more consistent than it was with the Wizards this past season. Him averaging about 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. But another guy, Jericho Sims, who gives them some athleticism and versatility that I think they were missing in their front court rotation, especially with Bobby Portis being out now due to that suspension. He's a guy who's come in 12 games, 15 and a half minutes. Also, by the way, when they did this trade, I bet you they knew that Bobby was probably going to be suspended. Yeah, he's only averaging 3 points a night, 74% from the field, 5 rebounds, almost a block a game. Fantastic in his limited minutes. Does the little things. Like he'll come in, grab boards, 11 rebounds tonight, and just basically dunks everything. He's kind of good change of pace to give you some more athleticism whenever Brook sits, and I think it'll be a good change of pace even when Bobby comes back. And then, of course, the new Larry Bird, AJ Green, the white AJ Green, just continues to be a dynamo, 42% shooter this year. For his career, he's a 42% shooter. So this is a team that is showing the type of depth that they have and what they're capable of doing, even when their best players aren't having the best of nights. So what do I mean by that? 24 from Giannis, 23 from Brook, 22 from Dame. By the way, 16 from Gary Trent. Kyle Kuzma had 5. He played a bunch. I think if it wasn't for a combination of Jericho Sims, Kevin Porter, AJ Green, I know a few of these guys didn't score that much, but another player that's been great is Ryan Rollins for them. He's fantastic. He plays really hard on a nightly basis. So to me, I think it's quite evident watching a game where Luka Doncic obviously was just killing it, and he was doing one-legged step back fadeaways. He had 26 in the first half. While this team stayed composed, they didn't blink. I think that's a good thing to see from a veteran squad. And Lillard was able to orchestrate, get his teammates into position. And heading into the half, the Bucks actually had a 71 to 63 lead, which to be able to stop the Lakers from winning in a game where Doncic had 29 points in the first half, most by a Laker since Kobe Bryant did it in 2009. I think it's big, as the Milwaukee Bucks being able to snap their 3-game losing streak. Huge. Something that really opens the doors to this team being considered still a championship contender. We know what they're able to do, how they're able to play, always able to play up to a level that a lot of people probably discredit them or don't think that they were capable of doing. And I honestly thought that this team had failed Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard, but slowly and surely they're doing a great job at bringing in the right pieces who aren't going to do too much and complement what they're attempting to do here. And to me, I think that's the most impressive part about this, is how how well this is all fitting together, almost like a puzzle that you didn't think was going to work, but it ends up working in the weirdest of ways. And to me, I've really enjoyed Doc Rivers just kind of letting his guys go out and play, which almost seems like anti-Doc Rivers. I'm just so used to Doc Rivers just trying to be antiquated and, playing back to basket and just being like, well, that didn't work, and just not adjusting to see him playing young guys and being this willing, I guess, to try it out. And I think he's had to, out of self-preservation and out of like the team needing that, not really having bodies. So why not go ahead and try to attempt to play what players could be impactful? Because besides these guys, aka Mr. Kevin Porter Jr., there ain't that much help. Like they are shorthanded right now. So I could see the rationale right here being like, well, if we don't play these guys, you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna have to be playing like Chris Livingston more minutes. And no offense to Chris Livingston, I don't even know what the jury thinks of Chris, but I do want to say that I'm quite curious to hear your guys' opinions on the whole matter, as I think with this whole situation, you can kind of tell that they are a team that on any given night could go toe to toe with you, with the contenders in this, or the expected contenders, I guess we should say, as this is a season where I truly do believe that the NBA is as open as it's ever been, as a result of there being just so many teams that I think that if the cards fall in their favors, why not them being able to be contenders this season? So I think that's one of the bigger things that people will be surprised by, as of how wide open this is. So that's one opinion that I have, because the Boston Celtics could turn it on when the playoffs come, and then like it doesn't even seem like it's fair. But the way that everybody's playing, it seems like anybody could do it, and it will be not just reliant on you or me doing it, but I guess we would say like you remember when Kansas won the championship? I think if your matchup in the playoffs fall correctly, you'll be able to get, I'm not going to say an easy road, but not as challenging of a path to the NBA finals. And this could be one of the teams.